Beta 18 has hit the public test branch. While being a relatively small patch, it contains some interesting changes and tweaks. First things first, the buddy rally has been completely removed from all conventional factions, leaving it for only the insurgent and militia faction. This is a change I wanted and advocated for if buddy rally was never going to be removed. This change opens the doors for more harassment when it comes to the insurgent and militia, also giving them a bigger footprint when coming across the more conventional and well-equipped factions. Fog has also been revisited. On screen will be two comparisons, which will be Gorodok and Talil Outskirts. From my testing, the fog changes have had the biggest impact on Gorodok and Talil Outskirts. Overall, sightlines have been increased as well as visibility. This should help with vehicular combat, especially when it comes to Talil Outskirts. These changes also give a slight visibility advantage towards helicopters, but not to the point where everything will be spotted easily. But these changes also provide a negative towards helicopters, as vehicles can see them further out now, so it kind of balances out. One thing I'd like to say is a big thumbs up to OWI. Thanks for listening to feedback and making changes based on it. Logar Valley has received a much needed visual update with new foliage and terrain as well as lighting. What you can expect to see on Logar is new Megascan terrain, which is comparable to that of Mutaha and Kohat, as well as similar trees and shrubbery. The biggest change we'll notice when loading into Logar are the main high points of the map overlooking the main city. New terrain has slightly adjusted the elevations, and the new foliage provides a lot more cover. Gorodok has also received an update in this patch, with new points of interest in the northwest side. First point of interest is Hill 17, which has a main trench system, with a few little dug-in positions on the outskirts, as well as some tents, Hesco walls and sandbags to give a little variety of cover. Trench system is still awaiting textures, and that should be done very shortly. The second point of interest I came across, which is Matronino Hills, has a single structure in the middle, made of Hesco walls, camo netting, as well as ammunition crates. The single structure in the middle has dug-in points all around its perimeter, provide little hard points for infantry to dig in. Again, it's always nice to see older maps updated, and new points of interest are always welcome, especially on the larger maps. Vehicle cleanup system has been implemented, where if a vehicle is abandoned outside of 150 meters of any fob or rally point, within 20 minutes it will start to take damage, and on 20 minutes it will explode. If a rally point or fob within that 20-minute timer is placed within 150 meters of this vehicle, it will no longer explode, as the timer will be reset or removed. I personally think players should be punished for abandoning vehicles, but I can see this helping out especially in the chaotic public matches. Russian faction logistics and transportation vehicles had a visual update. On desert maps, they now have new camouflage. One thing I'd like to point out is the model appears to have no red star identifying the Russian faction. The last thing I came across is a minor kit change towards the crewman for the militia faction. They no longer have the VZ as their primary weapon, but now have the AKS-74U, which I think is a good change, as it gives them better ability to defend themselves when dismounting against mid-range threats. A quick future content update. Fuzzhead a little while ago uploaded a post onto the forums explaining decisions on design and future things to come. Eventually, the buddy rally will be completely phased out and be replaced with a tunnel system. Territory control game mode has plans to become more resource based, where certain cap locations will give certain points and resources, similar to that of Company of Heroes I would assume. A new feature is planned which will affect the commander role, where currency will be generated and allow the commander to purchase certain vehicles from a vehicle bay. First step to this is already in V17, but is limited to Jensen's range, where there is a vehicle bay located by the helipad, which allows you to purchase helicopters free of charge. On top of this, there's more explanations for things and more detail. I'll leave a link to the post in the description below. Anyway, that's it for this video guys. I try to keep it short, hopefully it was insightful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.